Hey everyone, welcome back to VeloView, your go-to channel for everything on wheels, from classic legends to modern speed machines. Today, we're talking about one of the most iconic cars ever to roll out of Chevrolet's factory, the 1970 Chevrolet Camaro. This machine didn't just mark the start of the second generation of Camaros, it redefined what an American muscle car could be. The 1970 model came in with a completely fresh design, updated performance, and a spirit that perfectly captured the golden age of muscle cars. So sit back, relax, and let's take a full 1,000-word ride into the world of this unforgettable classic. When Chevrolet unveiled the 1970 Camaro, it was clear that they weren't interested in simply tweaking the first generation. The new design was lower, wider, and sleeker, with curves and proportions that gave it a more athletic and aggressive look. Gone were the boxy lines of the late 60s, this car had flowing bodywork that gave it an almost European feel while still staying true to its American roots. The most striking version was the RS, or Rally Sport, which introduced the now legendary split front bumper and round parking lights set into a recessed grille. This gave the Camaro an unmistakable face, one that still turns heads over 5 decades later. The long hood, short rear deck, and sculpted sides made it look fast even when standing still, and the wide stance added to its muscular, road-hugging presence. It was often said that the 1970 Camaro looked like it could chase Ferraris and Mustangs alike, and that's exactly what it was built to do. Step inside the 1970 Camaro, and you'd notice an immediate improvement over the first-generation models. The interior was redesigned to be more driver-oriented, with a cockpit-style dashboard that curved slightly toward the driver. The gauges were large, easy to read, and placed directly in front of you, while the controls were positioned for better ergonomics. The bucket seats offered more lateral support, which was essential for spirited driving, and the steering wheel had a sportier, smaller design. While materials like vinyl dominated the cabin, they were durable and perfectly suited to the performance nature of the car. There were plenty of options too. You could get air conditioning, deluxe trim packages, or even an AM/FM radio, which was quite a luxury at the time. The cabin wasn't just functional, it had attitude, reflecting the Camaro's blend of style and performance. It was the kind of car where every detail seemed to whisper, "You're here to drive." Under the hood, Chevrolet offered a wide range of engines that appealed to both casual drivers and hardcore enthusiasts. The base engine was a 250 cubic inch inline-six producing around 155 horsepower, ideal for those who wanted the looks of a Camaro without the big fuel bills. But of course, most buyers were after the V8 options. The 307 and 350 small blocks offered solid performance and reliability, while things really heated up with the SS and Z28 models. The SS 396 packed a 6.5-liter big block V8 capable of up to 375 horsepower, delivering brutal acceleration and a throaty exhaust note that could rattle windows. Then came the Z28, powered by the 350 cubic inch LT1 V8 producing around 360 horsepower. The LT1 wasn't just powerful, it was refined and responsive, revving freely and giving drivers an incredible sense of control. Paired with a 4-speed manual gearbox, it made the Z28 one of the most balanced performance cars of its era. It wasn't just about straight-line speed, this Camaro could corner, too. Performance was where the 1970 Camaro truly distinguished itself. Thanks to its new chassis and suspension design, it handled significantly better than most of its muscle car rivals. The front, independent suspension and rear leaf springs were tuned for improved stability, and the car's wider track gave it better grip through corners. Reviewers at the time praised its balance and control, noting that it felt more like a sports car than a traditional muscle car. The steering was responsive, and front disc brakes were standard, giving it much-needed stopping power. Whether you were blasting down a drag strip or carving through winding backroads, the Camaro delivered a confident and exhilarating driving experience. It was a car that demanded your attention and rewarded skillful driving. The driving feel of the 1970 Camaro was pure and unfiltered. There were no electronic aids, no computers, and no traction control. Everything you did behind the wheel was mechanical and direct, giving you a connection to the car that modern vehicles often lack. When you pressed the throttle, you could feel the torque surge through your body, hear the engine roar to life, and sense the tires gripping the asphalt. Every gear shift, every corner, and every acceleration run was an experience. It wasn't a car built for comfort, it was built for thrill. The sound of the exhaust, the vibration of the V8, and the raw power it delivered made it one of the most engaging muscle cars of its generation. Of course, like any car from the 70s, the Camaro wasn't perfect. Visibility was one of its biggest drawbacks, especially with the small rear window and long hood. The ride could be stiff, particularly with performance suspensions, and fuel economy was, to put it lightly, not impressive. But none of these flaws mattered to enthusiasts. They were small prices to pay for the style, performance, and presence that the Camaro delivered. In fact, those imperfections gave the car character. Driving it wasn't about practicality, it was about passion, and that's exactly why people loved it then and continue to love it now. Another reason the 1970 Camaro remains so beloved is its versatility. Chevrolet offered a range of packages so buyers could build the car that fit their personality. The RS was perfect for those who wanted a stylish, attention-grabbing cruiser. The SS was for muscle purists who wanted maximum performance and power. And the Z28 was the ultimate driver's car, offering track-ready performance with just enough comfort for daily use. It was this flexibility that made the Camaro so popular with different types of drivers. You could see one on a racetrack, another at a car show, and another cruising downtown on a Friday night, all different, yet all unmistakably Camaro. Over 50 years later, the 1970 Camaro still holds a special place in the hearts of car enthusiasts. Its design has aged beautifully, its performance still impresses, and its presence remains unmatched. It's not just a car, it's a symbol of an era when automakers built cars with passion and personality. Today, well-preserved or restored examples are highly sought after, especially the Z28 and SS models, which have become collector favorites. The value of these cars continues to rise, but their true worth lies in the driving experience they offer. Every time you start that V8, it's like stepping back into a time when cars were simpler, louder, and infinitely more connected to the road. The 1970 Chevrolet Camaro isn't just a piece of automotive history, it's a legend that continues to inspire. It represents the perfect blend of power, beauty, and emotion that defines the golden age of muscle cars. It's the kind of car that reminds us why we fell in love with driving in the first place. So if you ever get the chance to see one, hear one, or, if you're lucky enough, drive one, take it, you'll understand why this car is still celebrated after all these years. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the legendary 1970 Camaro. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that like button, leave your thoughts down below, and don't forget to subscribe to VeloView for more detailed reviews, stories, and spotlights on the world's most iconic rides. Until next time, keep your engines roaring and your passion alive.